The most diabolical sex addicts in history.
Here's the
Genghis
weirdest
is on
sex
here,
lives
right?
of some of the most popular historical figures. Number 10, James Joyce. Now, if you
I
don't
know
know who
James.
James Joyce is, he's regarded as one of the most influential and important writers of the 20th century.
Writers. Okay, so we don't care. If it's not Akira Toriyama, is he really important? Let's keep it. I'm on Twitch right now. Link is in the description, so you should come join. Because if you don't...
He made the book Ulysses, also considered to be the hardest book to read in the English language, but
Oh, I'm buying that book right now. Hard to who? Also, I'll show that book something hard. I'm gonna open to the middle of the book and put my penis in it. Yeah, hold up. I'm adding this to a wish list. There we go. Gonna challenge me like that.
as great as his literature was, he used that same talent to write a note to his wife about the weirdest activities his wife and him
Oh,
do
I
in the
know
bedroom.
it was nice and descriptive.
Sit back and relax as I read you this elegant, sophisticated, classy note towards his wife.
All right. Close your eyes too. Close your eyes too. I'm gonna close my eyes.
I felt your fat, sweaty buttocks. Okay, we're starting off strong here. Let me start.
Just read it straight. I don't need no interruptions. I wanna feel like I'm in the moment, bro. Let me feel like I'm in the moment.
Again. I felt your fat, sweaty buttocks under my belly and saw your flushed face and mad eyes.
Ooh.
At every bleep, I gave you your shameless tongue came bursting out through your lips.
Ooh.
And if I gave you a bigger, stronger bleep than usual, fat, dirty farts came spluttering out of your backside.
What is he bleeping to? Like, if I gave you bigger bleeps, bigger what? Are you bleeping strokes? Like, what is the bleep you're bleeping? If I gave you bigger what? Because what do you mean big? Like, is he talking about his own dingle? Because what do you mean big? Like, you're changing sizes mid strokes? How? I don't know. Like, are you using toys? You picked up like, I don't know, man.
Stronger bleep than usual, fat, dirty farts came spluttering out of your backside. You had an arse full of farts that night, darling, and I bleeped them out of you. Big, fat fellows, long, windy ones, quick little merry cracks in 'em.
Why am I getting a fart description right now? He is going in depth about poots mid-stroke. What are we doing? What editing software do I use? I use DaVinci Resolve. Okay. Let me turn this up a little bit more. Okay. I'm really in the moment. Okay, let's go.
A lot of tiny little naughty farties ending in a long gush from your hole. It is wonderful to bleep a farting woman when every bleep drives one out of number.
When every bleep drives one, it has to be every stroke. It has to be every stroke. I need to read this. What's his name? My sweet darling, at last you write me. You must have given that naughty little cunt of yours a most ferocious frigging to write me such a disjointed letter. As for me, darling, I'm so played out that you would have to lick me for a good hour before I could get a horn stiff enough even to put into you. Oh, to say nothing of blocking you. I've done so much and so often that I'm afraid to look to see how... Wait, please don't pound me too much when I go back. Pound me all you want, all you can get out of me. I want to read the one he was reading though. Okay, I found the one they're talking about. I found what they're talking about. I found the one. It says, "I did as you told, you dirty little girl, and pulled myself off." Wait, I'm gonna just show the screen. Hold up. And pulled myself off when I read your letter. I am delighted to see that you liked being pounded in your butt. Yes, Now I can remember that night when I effed you for so long backwards. It was the dirtiest effing thing I ever gave you, darling. My okay was stuck up in you for hours, effing in and out under your upturned rump. Okay, so upturned. So we're in doggy. Love the descriptions, man. I felt your fat, sweaty buttocks under my belly as I at every oh, so he the way he wrote at every F I gave you. Okay, so he's using it as like a descriptive word, like as a verb. That's what he's doing. He's like individual verb. Okay, if I gave you a bigger, stronger F than usual, fat dirty farts came spray. Okay, I just wanted to know what the bleeping was. Okay, we're back to it.
9. Herod the Great. We all know Herod, yes? The famous king in the Bible who tried to execute Jesus Christ after learning about his birth. In his time, Herod used to be a great king of Judea and was responsible for building large projects like fortresses such as Herodium and Masada, including the remodeling of the Jerusalem temple. Besides the great things he did, his evil was quite unmatchable to a point that Satan would even lose the trophy to him.
Oh,
While the Holy Book gives very little details about him, this king's story would make you want to puke. Even his first biographer, the Jewish historian Flavius Josephus, struggled to evaluate the inconsistencies
Flavius?
between Herod's benevolence and his brutality.
Flavius Josephus.
One that comes out to be more surprising to date is how he managed to be sleeping with his wife's corpse. For those of you who don't know her, Mariamne was the second wife of Herod the Great. Their relationship was quite complicated, especially when the king started killing most of Mariamne's relatives out of jealousy. Do you know that Herod also
relatives?
gave out orders for Mariamne's execution as soon as he died? His reason, so that Mariamne wouldn't remarry.
What did her relatives do? What do y'all got? What did her relatives do?
After learning much about her adulterous behavior, Herod finally killed Mariamne, preserving her body in honey for several years.
Wait, what?
Reason, so that Mariamne wouldn't remarry. After learning much about her adulterous behavior, Herod
Her adulterous behavior. So what? She had a lot of sex.
finally killed Mariamne, preserving her body in honey for several years. And something even more barbaric, he went ahead to have sex with her body till his
Bro, what are we doing here? You didn't have to provide the sounds either, bro. But
downfall. Perhaps he could be the founding father of the term honey, the sweetest name you call that your girlfriend with. Number 8. Caligula. He was one notorious Roman emperor who's remembered for his depraved and twisted behavior in bed. His perverse appetite for sex was quite unmatchable to the extent that he turned his sexual organ to a dildo for women during those days.
what pleasure did you get after that? Out of that? What did you? It can't be stiff if you ripped it off, right? Like it doesn't even work correctly no more. Huh? Or did he get like his dingling molded? He had to get his dingling molded. I don't think he actually ripped it off. No way.
Caligula even formed incestuous relationships with his sisters, forcing married women to participate in orgies, and even claiming to have had intimate relationships with his horse, which he appointed as a consul. Caligula's desires were not only bizarre, but also sadistic, and he took pleasure in humiliating and torturing his victim during his escapades.
He cut the cooch before he put.
His obsession with power was often expressed through his intimate behavior, which he used to exert dominance and control over others. Despite his shocking and repugnant behavior, Caligula's reign was short-lived, lasting only 4 years.
Oh, really?
His tyrannical rule and unstable behavior eventually led to his assassination by his guards.
Oh,
However,
shocking.
his legacy continues to fascinate and disgust people to this day, serving as a reminder of the dark and twisted nature of human desire and power. Number 7. Emperor Nero. Ultimately, he would be
Nero.
ranked as the only man in this list, and even beyond, with the highest libido ever.
Wait, what?
Desire and power. Number 7. Emperor Nero. Ultimately, he would be ranked as the only man in this list, and even beyond, with the highest libido ever.
What does that
He
mean?
was one of the most flamboyant and controversial leaders of ancient Rome.
Okay.
Nero indulged in lavish extravagance, corruption, and unrestrained sexuality. Nero was known for his sexual
So he was just putting it in everything.
promiscuity and engaged in both homosexual and heterosexual relationships.
Okay.
He even went so far as to marry a young boy named Sporus in a public ceremony after castrating him and treating him as a wife.
He cut the little boy's dingle off and then married him. What are you? I don't. Why? Why?
His behaviors were often seen as a threat to the stability of the empire,
Oh, really?
leading to rebellion and political turmoil. Despite his reputation as a tyrant, some historians argue that he was misunderstood and unfairly malaligned.
Who are these historians? I think these historians need a. Someone needs to put a watchful eye on these historians. Misunderstood. He cut a child's dingle off and said, you now my wife. What am I misunderstanding?
However, his unchecked power and manipulation of political systems ultimately led to his downfall. Nero was forced to flee Rome and later decided to commit suicide, which brought an end to the Julio-Claudian dynasty. Number 6. Marquis de Sade. He is a famous author. This guy was ridiculous, and he's the sole reason the word sadism exists, as he gave rise to it. First of all, do you guys understand the meaning of...
he invented the word? Or he's the reason why the word's invented? Oh, I know it's about to be some... Oh, okay. I'm mentally preparing. Okay, got it.
sadism? For those who don't know, don't worry, because it's just this pretty simple term that I'm sure you will leave this place reminiscing it in your thoughts of how cruel this man was. It's actually the tendency to derive pleasure, especially sexual gratification, from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. Drawing huge inspirations from 120 Days of Sodom, Philosophy in the Bedroom, The Crimes of Love, and Letters from Prison, Marquis de Sade was another hell of a man. During his lifetime, Sade was found guilty of sodomy, rape, torturing the
Oh. I thought... Okay, so he was great. Okay, I really thought he was doing it with cats, though. Even though, like no one's better than the other. I was just like, having a cat there is very
36-year-old beggar woman Rose Keller, imprisoning 6 children in his chateau at Lacoste, and poisoning 5 prostitutes with the aphrodisiac Spanish fly.
Why?
Despite all these allegations against him, the man was able to avoid death sentence, but still spent 32 years in prisons.
Wait, so did he poison those ladies just because he got off to them being poisoned? Like that's it? Like, oh, he was like, oh, you have to...
asylums, partly due to the intervention of his family members who kept him locked up to avoid disgrace. He later came back to the limelight, only to find most of his work seized, destroyed, and banned under the Napoleon Bonaparte era.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Shocking.
Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Imagine walking at night,
familiar.
turning your head down a dark alley, only to see a guy with his ass tooted up, hoping for a smack.
What? Yo, that's a W, bro. I think I'm messing with John, man.
Jean-Jacques Rousseau was born on 28th of June 1712 in Geneva to a watchmaker named Isaac Rousseau and a woman named Suzanne, who died of puerperal fever days after his birth. Like a curse to his mother, he had developed a fetish desire to have people's hands grab his ass. It was something natural to him, like a cat wanting to be rubbed on its head. Too shy to approach a visitor for the rubbing, John had gotten too shy of women to a point he even confessed it. He says, and I will quote, "To lie at the feet of an imperious mistress, to obey her commands, to ask her forgiveness, this was for me a sweet enjoyment. And the more lively imagination heated my blood, the more I presented the appearance of a bashful lover."
So he was the opposite of it. He was a masochist? Is that what that is?
And not only that, Jean would try to fulfill his sexual desires of being spanked in a most cunning and extravagant way.
What do you mean
He
cunning?
would often expose himself to women in hopes that they would discover him. Like a portrait, he would often parade his ass towards them just to get it spanked. It was one uncouth act that lived with him throughout his life till when he met his death in 2nd of July, 1778.
60 years? So women, how many y'all in chat to the three of y'all? Any three of y'all smacking the butt if y'all see it? Someone just came and tooted it in front of you. That is just no. That's next level. He just walking around corners, just poking it out. I respect the hustle.
Number 4. King Charles II of Spain. Also known as El Hechizado or the Bewitched, was a monarch who suffered from numerous physical and mental health issues. His health problems were widely attributed to his parents' incestuous relationship,
yeah.
which produced several children with serious health problems. Despite his poor health and infertility, Charles married twice and was known to engage in intimate relationships with various women throughout his life. One of the most scandalous aspects of Charles's intimate life was his pursuit of his niece Maria Barbara. Charles was said to have infatuated with her and openly pursued her even though she was already married to his nephew. This relationship caused great scandal and was widely condemned, even in a society where marriages between close relatives were not uncommon.
Yeah.
In addition to his relationship to Maria Barbara, Charles was also known to have had affairs with other women, including a dwarf. This relationship was particularly controversial as dwarfs at that time were seen as subjects of amusement or ridicule rather than as romantic partners.
All right.
Despite his many sexual liaisons, Charles was unable to produce an heir, and his reign was marked by political
This is not nowhere near as crazy as a man for 60 years of his life just poking his butt out around corners waiting for it to get smacked. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is not as crazy as that. Incest, big whoop. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? He was sticking his butt out for anybody to touch. I feel like I watched an anime with a character like that. I definitely feel like there's a character like that I've watched. Like,
stability and decline. His health continued to deteriorate, and he died at the age of 38, leaving no legitimate children to succeed him. The strange and scandalous aspects of Charles's personal life have made him a fascinating figure in history and continue to capture people's imagination even today. Number 3. Albert Einstein.
John next.
If you think your hubby has a big problem when it comes to staying faithful, wait till you hear about Albert Einstein.
Albert
he
the Goat
was a
Einstein.
much bigger problem to his wives than you might think.
Bruh.
Yeah, known to be one of the greatest scientists to ever grace the world, Albert Einstein was a different story when it came to marital affairs.
Like worse than Tiger Woods? What, didn't Tiger Woods have like 120 women to his name? I don't even know 120 women. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't think I've even talked to 120.
He was kind of a playboy, dancing around the seduction game with much creativity, ending up sleeping with more than 10 women in his lifetime. When Einstein married his first wife, he told her friend
10? Hold on, we're tweaking off a 10? That's not crazy. You had me thinking like he was pushing triple digits.
frankly, accept neither intimacy nor fidelity. And despite saying these words, he still went ahead to cheat on both his wives with at least 10 different women. Now, here's the most interesting bit when he married his
20.
cousin Elsa, his first cousin on his mother's side. He went ahead to defend his behavior after sleeping with her younger sister in a letter, and he noted, "You can't blame me, we were young and she was willing." Again, in another instance, he goes on to elaborate on his disbelief about monogamy. He wrote, "I'm sure you know that most men, as well as quite a number of women, are not monogamously endowed by nature." Further, he states, "Nature will come through even stronger if convention and circumstances are putting resistances in the way of an individual."
And he's Albert Einstein, so you know people are taking his word as law. Like it's Albert. You're gonna say Albert he's wrong? You know how much ball how many balls that would take? Like a lot of balls, more than 2. Your singular pair is not gonna give you the determination to prove him wrong, bro. To say he's wrong, like
Above all this, we will always live to remember Einstein for his remarkable contribution to atomic theory and electromagnetic wave theory. Number 2. Christian Andersen. Andersen was a Danish author who's known for the famous ugly duckling. Besides that, he was believed to be a virgin throughout his life and was scared to have sex, believing that it would infatuate his God-given gift in literacy skills. Even though on 4 occasions in his later years he visited
Did you give them nipples? Okay.
brothels, each time only talking with a naked prostitute and then fleeing in religious guilt. One thing that he finally came to confess in his diaries is how he did have sexual urges, and even in 1834 he recorded, "My blood is churning, huge sensuality and struggle with myself.
Oh.
If it really is a sin to satisfy this powerful urge, then let me fight it. I'm still innocent, but my blood is burning."
Ooh.
In other instances, he would often masturbate and
Excuse me, why did as soon as I open my eyes, I'm seeing a man stroke? Why is that what I open my eyes to? You know, he has a strong will. He's a strong man. He went to a place where you're supposed to have sex with a naked woman and just talk to him. That's going there in the first place to talk to him is crazy to begin with, but he fought off his urges, but he's riding and stroking. That's impressive when you really think about it. Because, if you right-handed, that means you're either stroking with your left or you're writing with your left. Either way, that's a difficult task.
write about it in his diary. He would talk to prostitutes and masturbate. Till his death in 1875, Andersen never slept with anyone and remained like that, believing that doing so would only but mark the end of his literacy gifts. Number 1. Mahatma Gandhi. Well, while some of you might think celibacy is a hard journey, then I bet you're right. Mahatma Gandhi just confirmed it, and maybe that's why he's topping my list today. It's no secret that this legend is one of the founding fathers of India and was highly viewed as spiritual and more of a wise man.
Yeah.
If you're Indian, you can confirm that in the comment section below. This man of the people also is believed to have some truces too, especially one that shocked the whole world when he was accused of being guilty of involving himself sexually with his grandnieces. It is said that he often used
Grandnieces. Wait, so not your niece, but the niece of your niece? The daughter of your niece, I should say. The kids of your niece. Okay. All right. That's a interesting lifestyle.
them as a replacement for his walking stick in the morning and then slept with them naked at night. Gandhi thought that it was necessary to conduct this so-called experiment in celibacy in order to achieve higher levels of spirituality. After getting accused of being immoral, Gandhi wrote a letter to Vallabhbhai Patel and said, "For me, Manu sleeping with me is a matter of dharma, moral duty." Gandhi kept insisting that these acts were
Moral duty to sleep with your grandniece. Whatever makes it easier to sleep, I guess. How old were they? How long did you wait, or were you plotting the whole time?
important for him to get an idea about his strengths and weaknesses. Thank you
For sleep, so you had to sleep with children? Am I tweaking? Okay, all right, Gandhi. Whatever. They were 15. Okay. All right. Yep. Thank you, Mr. Knowledge. Let's hop off of this one.